Let's shift our focus now. China is all set to dramatically expand its footprint in South Pacific. With its latest 5-year deal with the Asian nation is offering to 10 islands of the region. Beijing has put forward plans to extend security, economic cooperation to these nations through an agreement. Let's just now understand what China is offering to these countries. 1. Significant Chinese financial assistance. 2. Prospect of a China-Pacific Islands free trade agreement. And then access to Beijing's lucrative market of 1.4 billion people. The country is also planning to offer training to local police. With that, it is also important to now pay heed to the fact as to what China will get in return. Beijing will get involvement in local cyber security, expansion of political ties. The country would then conduct a sensitive marine mapping operation, gain greater access to natural resources. Now, China's comprehensive development vision, it's believed to be up for approval, but China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi meets regional foreign ministers on the 30th of May in Fiji. The 10 countries that China is eyeing to expand also include Solomon Islands, Kiribati, Samoa, Fiji, Tonga, Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea and the Cook Islands. The Federated States of Micronesia also. Chinese Foreign Minister landed in Solomon Islands for an 8-nation Pacific tour aimed at seeking sweeping regional deal on security and trade here. Wang Yi will also stop in Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Kiribati, Samoa and will hold video calls with Micronesia, which is a self-governing part of New Zealand. Micronesia and Cook Islands, which is the self-governing part of New Zealand. The Chinese Foreign Minister is scheduled to sign draft agreements and meet the country's Prime Minister as well and the Foreign Minister. Now, a leaked draft communique shows that China will seek an agreement on policing, security, trade, marine and data communication. China's ambitious deal is worrying global leaders as the Solomon Islands recently signed a security pact with China despite objections from Australia, the United States, Japan, New Zealand, which now fear that it could give China a military foothold in the Pacific. The South Pacific is increasingly a theatre for competition between China and the United States, which has been the primary power in the region for the last century or so. The country warns South Pacific nations against alleged shadowy agreements with China as well.
We are concerned that these reported agreements may be negotiated in a rushed, non-transparent process. At the same time, we respect the ability of countries of the region to make sovereign decisions in the best interests of their people. It's worth noting that the PRC has a pattern of offering shadowy, vague deals with little transparency or regional consultation in areas related to fishing, related to resource management, development assistance, and more recently even security practices.
Meanwhile, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said that South Pacific is capable of responding to any security challenges and if the need arises, they will respond to the call. The question remains, is China trying to implement one belt, one road-like concept in the South Pacific, or is this a move to checkmate Quad efforts? WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.